Let me get my OneNote here. This is stream number 34, isn't it? And I forgot to update my channel title. 34. Dude making React web app, what could go wrong? Yeah, so last time I drove or dived, either way, into the deep end of the pool, so to speak, with a React app. And that's because I'm mostly a C++ guy, and so React is completely new to me. So we started a Chatroom client yesterday, and today I'm going to continue on that. And the actual Chatroom is running in my web server, which I've been developing throughout this stream. It's running here, and I don't know, there's a lot to show in there, but maybe I'll just show the output window of it right now. Yesterday we got this web app going where I can connect. You can see it switched up protocols to WebSocket, and all that we can really do right now is connect and disconnect. So we're going to actually add setting nicknames, right? Let me get back to my list. Setting nicknames, showing the nicknames that are set, and typing tells and sending it to the chat room, and then a chat log so we can actually see what's posted to the room. Okay, so trying to get this arrangement here. So here's our web app so far. It's pretty basic and bare bones. We have an input box where you can enter the URL of the web server. And there's a button to connect, button to disconnect. Connect creates a new WebSocket that goes to our server and adds a listener so that when it's opened, it shows the state is connected. And disconnect, we just say it's disconnected and we close that socket. That's all we're doing right now. And we can actually watch in, hold on, the developer tools. So if I hit connect, we can see our chat room here. And if we were actually exchanging frames, we would see them here under frames. So disconnect, you can see it is, what does it say? It no longer says it's connected, right? While it's connected, it says caution request is not finished yet. Disconnect, it finishes. So let's make it more interesting. First thing I think was to be able to pick a nickname, right? So we're going to want an input box, right? Where should we put it? Maybe up here in the title bar, or see, I'm not too good yet with CSS. If I put in the title bar, it's going to get this italic, larger font size. So, oh, hold on. What if I just apply that to? Oh, the title's only for the header in there, isn't it? Okay, so that's good. Oh, but the header's that whole bar. Okay, later I kind of want to put the nickname up here, but later I'll figure out how to do that. I guess right now we'll just keep it simple and put it underneath where we have the connect and disconnect. So another div here, another input, and we'll have nickname on change equals this dot change nickname. And then we'll have a button on set nickname. And let's, in front of this, we'll put just a label. So there we go. Hold on. I kind of want to put some space after that, just because I'm nitpicky. Oh, that should be an H. So let's see. How about we give us a class name? Nickname input. And apply some CSS here. There. So we need to connect that up, right? So we need a nickname in our state, and we need to change nickname method. This.setState nickname event.target.value, right? We need to keep the value that we're entering separate from the one that we're actually using in the chat room, I think. So let's see. Let's have two buttons here. Make this one this dot on reset or on, yeah, reset nickname. I don't know if that's the best word, but I'm thinking if you start entering like, this is going to freak out on me, like Joe, and then you hit reset, it should go back to what it was before you started changing it. Yeah, we need to actually give it a couple different, we need to have two different things. So how about nickname, how about new nickname, or, yeah, new nickname is fine, right? Change new nickname. Change new nickname. So we'll have two. We'll have current nickname and new nickname. So let me, well, yeah, React. If I go look at it in React, we can see the state there. Should be kind of nice. So Bob, you can see the new nickname set, but the current nickname is not set. Or is it set? On set nickname, right? On set nickname, we'll just right now locally set it. Current nickname is this.state.new nickname. So I start typing here Bob, and I hit set, and then it gets changed there. Yeah, and then we'll do reset. On reset nickname. One thing I see other streamers do that I'm not very good at yet is all the keyboard shortcuts. Okay, set nickname. Here we'll set the new nickname to this.state.current nickname. It's basically like this. So if I set Bob, and then I were to change to type random stuff in and hit reset, it just goes back to Bob. Now we'll have set, in addition to setting the nickname, we'll actually have it talk to the WebSocket if it's connected. We also want to do stuff like not allow you to, either not allow you to set the nickname, or maybe it only sets it, gives a nickname to the chat room if we're connected. But one thing at a time. Oh, hold on. I forgot to make myself tea. I'm gonna have to take a few minutes break in a little bit to set the tea going. All right. So I'll just, how do I say this? I'll just make it functional, even though it'll be easy to break, and then we'll clean it up later. So set nickname it's just going to assume that the socket is set. And oh, I need to get the manual going here. So I am not sure how we talk to WebSocket. Let's see. Send, and we just put in the string. Okay, good enough. So it'd be send. And again, I'm not sure how to do this. I want to make a JSON object. So JSON JavaScript. Looking at the manuals. Okay, I went the other way. I want to go. Oh, it's here somewhere, I guess. I want to go from JavaScript object to JSON text. How do I do that? I think it's just toString. Let's try that. So send. Let's just make the message first. We need to make it match what we had in our unit tests. So let's go look at that. Okay, that was WebSocket test. No, Chatroom. Chatroom plugin test, right? For setting the nickname. Set nickname. It was type set nickname, okay. Set nickname. Nickname. This dot state dot current nickname. And the password. Oh, we don't have a password entry. Well, we'll say it seems good as our password for now. Fix that later. I just want to get this minimally working. So we're going to send JSON. Okay, how do we do this again? JSON.parse. That's going from a string to JSON. How do we go from JSON to string? I don't like this page at all. We'll go to this. It's the same thing. Oh, wait a minute. I like that link better. There we go. Stringification, that's what we want. Just show me what I want to know. Here we go. Converting between objects and text. So it's stringify. Takes an object as a parameter. Okay. JSON stringify. Okay, so it's just JSON stringify message. Now let's see what that does. Okay. Line 53. Is it const? There we go. Okay, so connect nickname Bob set. And we should look at the network there. There we go. So it set the nickname. I'm wondering if did I put diagnostics here? I didn't. Maybe we should do that. Apologies. That overlays whenever I need to mute the mic. That was me sneezing this time. Okay. Oh, nickname wasn't correct. Look at that. It's null. Null's not good. I guess it's because this state isn't really updated at that moment. So we'll put the new nickname there. Try again. Nickname Bob. So connect. Let's watch our frames and then set. There we go. Type, set nickname, nickname Bob, password seems good. So let me modify our web server so that we can see, because we're not seeing when things happen like the nickname is set. So here I'll Control C, which goes back to Visual Studio, and then go, quits it. So let's make a unit test for this. Well, actually we already have one called set nickname. we'll just add the checking of the diagnostic message, because we put this in yesterday, I think. Where is it? Yeah, we have this test fixture, and the test fixture catches diagnostic messages, so we can kind of verify that we get them, right? So on set nickname, we can... Okay. Right here, verify that the nickname was set. So session 1 in this case. And we'll say nickname set to, or nickname changed from empty string to Bob. Right? Build that guy, and then we'll first verify that the test is failing. Okay, this window is for running the React app. This window, I guess, we'll use for running our tests. So web server chatroom debug chatroom plugin tests. So we're not seeing the diagnostic message yet, so let's add that. Chatroom plugin. So that's set nickname, right? So set nickname is here. We should probably have a diagnostic message for both. Like user tried to set their nickname but failed. I stopped to think, do I want it to print different messages if the password didn't match? Actually, that's the only way it could fail now, is if they try to pick a nickname and the password didn't match. Okay, so it's what is it? Do we not have a diagnostic messages here? Oh, it's in the room. Okay, we need to give the room the diagnostic message handler. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, we're giving the diagnostic message delegate to add user. But it's not associated with the room. I suppose we can just set it here, right? Room.diagnostic message delegate equals diagnostic message delegate. We just need to put it in the room. Here's a good place as any. I want to copy the documentation if I have it. Here we go. This is the function called to deliver diagnostic messages generated by the plugin. Right on. Okay. I'm thinking we should also unload, clear that delegate, in case that delegate was capturing state from the server. Okay, so I think we don't need this to pass this to the add user anymore. So we don't need to capture it because it's already in the room. So get rid of that, and I don't need to capture it here either, do I? We do need to capture this, though. Did we unsubscribe? I hope I remember to do that. I didn't. Okay. So yeah, when we subscribe to Diagnostics, so we're capturing this. When we drop that WebSocket, we'll probably it'd be a good idea to unsubscribe. Yeah, so two things, right? So user dot diagnostic subscription. So we need to store it first. What's the type of that? That's got a really long type called the subscription token. Oh, okay. So we'll put it up here. Diagnostics subscription token. This is the token. Okay, this is WS Diagnostics. This is the token representing the structure's subscription to diagnostic messages published by the WebSocket. Hey, Rally Monkey. How's it going? Thank you for the bits yesterday. I didn't notice each and every one of them, but 9-second latency. Why do I have 9-second latency? Hold on, let me check my... What do you do? That or that? Settings? Channel settings? Maybe it got reset or something. It's on low latency. I don't know why there's 9-second latency. That sucks though. Maybe I need to reset my cable modem or router. We'll just live with it for now. Okay, what was I doing here? Oh, I was going to send a diagnostic message. I'll get back to that in a second. This was, I decided to call it that. And remove user should unsubscribe. Where is remove user? Here it is. So let's see, probably after we close it. Oh no, it's there's a place where we drop closed users, right? In our worker thread here. Yes. It's this closed user thing. So how about right before we put into the closed users, we'll say user entry second WebSocket unsubscribe, then user entry second dot subscription token. Okay. Now to do what we came here for, we should be able to say user entry second dot no, it's part of the room. Diagnostic message delegate, right? Sender. I don't think it matters. No, it does matter. The sender will just be, hold on. Actually, we probably want to do the same thing as we did here, right? Maybe we should take this string and kind of store it. Yeah, let's do that. So it'll be user dot sender, diagnostic sender name. Just do that. And then I guess we don't need to pass the session ID anymore. Oh, this doesn't capture the user, does it? So let's do two things. So this equals that, and then this is just a const auto. And then we can capture that here. And then this just goes there. And let's make it an S. Okay, here. This is the sender name to use when publishing diagnostic messages from this user. From this object. Just be a little bit more generic. Okay, so here we can say user entry second dot diagnostic sender name. Level 1 I think we wanted, and then we need to format a string. Let's printf. Right, nickname changed from that to that. Oh, old to new, right? And then we should get the old nickname. If there was one. So let's capture it. Const auto old nickname equals that. Then I can say old nickname C string to nickname C string. Okay, what does it not like about this? Oh, I forgot to terminate the string. It's all about quickly seeing where the error is. That's how you get really fast. Okay, let's run that test again. Okay, we're seeing a bunch of messages. Okay, yeah, so there are a bunch of messages that happened before the, or was it after? Oh, no, it's some other test. Some other test is seeing a bunch of messages that happened before the thing it's testing. So line 703. So here, we only care about the diagnostic messages generated from this close. So let's clear everything before that. Yeah, the test was too sensitive to other messages. There we go. Check that in. That's in web server. And that's, let's let it do its garbage collection thing. It puts this window up. Git collects garbage after a while. It complains about trailing, or what do you call it, dangling objects that should be cleaned up, and it pesters you about doing that if you use Git GUI. All right. Two things. So enable diagnostic messages from Chatroom. Let's make the body first, then I'll make the summary line. And publish diagnostic message when a user changes their nickname. Add diagnostic messages. All right. So let's copy the Chatroom plugin to the staging area and then run the web server. Well, I've been getting crashes in the web server yesterday, so I'd rather run the web server from the debugger here. Okay, so back in our app. So now we connect, set our nickname. I was expecting to see a diagnostic message there. Why am I not seeing diagnostic message there? Maybe it's actually not getting received. So how would I see that? That would be in the chat room, right? Or better would be in the WebSocket receive data, right? So breakpoint there, and then set, and then we hit our breakpoint. I think it is being set because the previous reassembly buffer is clear. Right, receive frame. Text message. Okay, it's gonna unmask the data. The data is that JSON object, which looks good to me. So the on text message, text message delegate gets called. receive message in our chat room. Oh, did I misspell it? That might be it. I might have misspelled nickname. Object. Type set nickname. It looks good. Oh, but type is not capitalized. Okay, I misspelled the type key. That was it. So let's clear that breakpoint. Oh, I did clear the breakpoint out. So let's just go again, because the problem is in the app side. There's the app. There's the app here. So it's this type needs to be capitalized. Okay, let's see this again. Connect and set it to Bob. Set. Ooh, there we go. Nickname changed from blank to Bob. And let's set it to Alice. Nickname changed from Bob to Alice. Awesome. Shouldn't we also be seeing... Oh yeah, look, we're seeing the responses. Make this bigger. So we get a success, true, set nickname result. So later when we have actual passwords, we'll probably want to print something like failed to set nickname or something like that if we get a success false. Also, I guess what we should do is only in this React state, only have the current nickname set once we receive back a success set. Right now it's doing it immediately. So let's do that actually. We will be hooking a callback for where is it again? Network. For when we get one of these, basically any message back. And we'll be, like the servers will be switching on type, and so to set nickname result, we'll use that to set the current nickname to the new nickname. Oh, we'll probably want a third one, right? Nickname being set. So let's actually add that first. Current nickname. So we'll make this one. Can I document in here? How do you do that? How do you do a JavaScript comment? Like that, I guess? Or I can just make it a block thing. This is the nickname accepted by the server. This is the nickname being typed by the user. And then finally we'll have the nickname being set. This is the nickname that the user has tried to set in the server, but okay. Let me rephrase it. That is being set in the server. Okay. And we'll have set change, where is it? Change on set nickname. It's not going to set the current nickname, it's going to set the nickname being set. So right now, because we're not using that, if I go to React here and I type, why do I always have to resize that? If I type in Bob, right, and I hit set, okay, I have a typo here somewhere. Oh, I'm not connected. Yeah, we have to have a check for that too. So let me connect first, right? Then try to set Bob. So you can see it says it's being set, but it's not the current, so if I reset, it goes back to null. Actually, I need to actually update the input box, don't I? How do we do that, actually? Because that is there. It should have set it. I need to look this up. So React controlled input set value. Control components. Is it? That's what I had. I have value set. State new nickname. How come that's not working? Because it says new nickname is null, but it's still showing Bob there. Highlight that guy, please. That's weird. It says the value is null, but it's still showing Bob. Maybe it just doesn't like being set to null. Set value not working. I like to Google search that. Losing control. Controlled. Not, how about not getting set. Not appearing in what's this, Salesforce? Not appearing, not updating. Maybe this is it. No, that's default input. Input state changes to null. Maybe that's the problem. Ah, okay. Why is that? That's logged in React as a bug. What do they say here? Hmm. Pull linking out of controlled components. Okay, I guess it's just because I'm setting it to null. We'll be fixing that anyway. Or hold on. No, we're not going to. We should fix it here before. So instead of setting null here, we'll set them to be empty strings. Let's see if that fixes it. All right, so Bob, connect first, then try to set Bob, then reset. Okay, that does work. So when we create the socket, we need to add a listener, right? To get messages back. Add event listener message, that's right. So this .socket.add event listener message. Event this dot, so it's event.data. So on message received. Event.data. And we don't have a message received, so we need to make one. And then connect, where's unconnected? I guess, okay, I guess it's here. Oh, this didn't pass anything, so I can just make that empty, right? Message. So, how do we work with JSON? It's JSON parse, right? Const. Well, maybe we can build it into this. Here we say JSON.parse. Although we should, I think it can throw an exception if it doesn't parse correctly. So switch, can you switch on strings? I don't remember. Message.type. Case set nickname. Was it set nickname status or something? I don't remember, so I'm gonna look. Connect Bob set nickname result is what I called it. Hi, not Zane. Yeah, web development. So feel free to chuckle, laugh, ridicule, all that stuff, because I'm a... Whoa, hold on. Doggo barking. Dog was very excited that someone came to the door to visit. All right. Yeah, so what I was saying, you can see a C++ guy do React poorly. At least for a few streams until I get the hang of this, right? So, I don't know if you can you do this in JavaScript where you can switch on a string? Let's see if I can get away with it. So if it's the set nickname result, if message.success, what I really want to do here. Do you have to do a break? I don't remember. That's awesome. So you can't do that in C++, but that's what I want to do. So I'm kind of like typing it naturally, like how I would want it to work. If it's success, here I want to set our state where we set the current nickname to the nickname being set. Nickname being set. That's what I want. Let's see if that works. Oh, didn't like the break. Unsyntactic break. Do you not need a break after a case? Oh, hold on. It's because they forgot a little brace, right? There we go. So connect Bob. Let's look at our React state here. Set. There we go. It's working. Alice. Set. Then if I type in something random and I hit reset, it goes back to Alice. Bob. Can't make up my mind on my nickname. And meanwhile, the server's been telling us all along, right? Yeah, changed from nothing to Bob, Bob to Alice, Alice back to Bob, Bobby. So we're working. We're able to set our nickname. Yeah, let's see. Right, we just get a set nickname result success. Let's check this in. Feeling good about this. I realized before the stream started that I didn't make a repository for Chatty, so it's actually being checked into the root repository, which I guess is okay for now. Okay, this was some random formatting I did. Yeah, I guess we'll pull that in. Ugh. What a bother. I think it's because VS Code is using inconsistent end of line markers. Okay. Add ability. Oh, I actually changed that off stream actually. I noticed it still said welcome to React, which is from the boilerplate create React app stuff, so I changed it to Chatty. That's what I'm calling this little app. So basically, this was add ability to set, well, this is Chatty by the way. Add ability to set our user's nickname. Oh, really? Did I not stage these? I'm confused. I thought I staged them. Maybe I unstaged them. Alright. So what's next on the list? Show non-lurker nicknames. So I think that is just getting the list of nicknames, right? There's two things actually. There's like a... Let me look at the unit tests because they kind of illustrate what happens. There's a way you can get the nicknames to get the initial list, and then when you join, there is a message you receive, right? When someone joins. Bob joins the room, Alex joins the room. Expect Bob to see a message about Alex joining. Right, so there's a join message that you'll get. What am I making? I am making a little chat room. So if you can imagine, that will have like a box here, like you'd have in Twitch chat, and then at the bottom you'd be able to type a message and hit send, and then it would appear here for everybody. And this is really just to demo and test out my web server's newly constructed WebSocket stuff. So I meant to make a block diagram for this, but if I just do an overview, yeah, testing the web server. So we have WebSockets now, and in our web server we have we had this static content plugin. Now we added this Chatroom plugin, which uses web servers, and the Chatroom has a list of or a collection of users, and each user here has a nickname, and there's a WebSocket connection to them. And the idea is that if whenever someone sends a tell, which I actually have in here somewhere, yeah, tell, that for all users we send the tell to basically anyone who's in the room, whether they have a nickname or not. So my definition of a lurker right now for this chat room is if they have not set their nickname, then they won't appear in the list, but they'll still be able to receive any tells. So yeah, this all of this code was tested here with my unit tests for a chat room plugin, but it's not really interesting for us because we can't interact with it. In order to interact with it, I had to kind of leave my comfort zone and make a web app. And I've always been wanting to learn React, so I'm jumping into the deep end with that. So you'll see me struggle a bit, but it's actually been not so bad so far. Because the WebSocket stuff was extremely easy in JavaScript. You just do a new WebSocket, and you put the WS prefix in front of the host name, port number, and path, and add a couple listeners, and then you're basically set. So actually, what I'm going to do, because the next is to be able to show the nickname list, is we'll have, when we get connected, we'll have it ask the chat room for the list. So that's socket send, and what was it, JSON.stringify or something like that? Yes, JSON stringify, something like this. Yeah, here's the part where you get to laugh at how bad my JavaScript is because I'm still learning. I have horrible style, I'm sure. Set, so it's not set, it's what? It was up here. Get nicknames, right? Get nicknames. And it has nothing else. Wahaha, exactly. So that'll get the nicknames back. Let's test that. So when I connect, so it sent the get nicknames and got an empty list back. We're not doing anything with the list. I guess the next thing would be to show that list somewhere, like maybe off to the right. So how would we do that? Something like this entire div, split it in half, right? How do you do that? How do you make two columns? One column where this is a divider here. Just really simply, how would you do that? Here's where I gotta look stuff up because I'm such a noob. That would be basically HTML. HTML 2 columns. Just something simple. A 2-column layout. Oh, you do it in CSS. So, float a width 50%. I see. Something like this. If I put this whole thing, class name equals app main left or something, and put everything into that. I wonder if I should change the indent to 2 spaces, because this is gonna getting indenting ridiculous. Where's my ability to... Shouldn't I be able to collapse this? What's that do? Oh, that's showing me diffs or something. I'd like to be able to collapse that, and there's probably a way to do that. Might bite me in the ass once I go to promises callback hell. Probably. I'll probably change it to 2. Flexbox is probably better. Yeah, I know what Flexbox is, but I'd probably embarrass myself if I tried to do it now. I'm gonna do some research off stream to learn about stuff like Flexbox and other things, and I'll come back and I'll clean this up. App main right, because what I want is to kind of put the chat viewer list here. How am I gonna do that? There was something in the React tutorial about how to show a list, right? Whoops. Let's look that up. So React a list. Yeah, lists. So yeah, we do map. That's right. So how do I show that and show my... There we go. So before we return this, and I know I need to break this up into subcomponents, but I'll get to that later when I'm more comfortable with React, I think. Const nickname list, nicknames equals this dot state dot nicknames dot map nickname, and it's going to be an li. Cool. So there's a snippet guide to Flexbox. Let me bookmark that. Thank you very much. To read later. Thank you very much. 2 lines, enable flex set direction. Probably less lines than floats. That's cool. What is it called? Can't remember, but there's like a way to describe how I'm 90% of the way doing it the wrong way. So I'm going to get that last 10% done. Then I'll come back and do it the right way with Flex. How about that? So I think it doesn't at some point they want you to attach a key to everything in the list item. Oh, it's part of the list item, right? No, it's not. They actually want you to have a key here, which I'll do. So key is just a nickname, I think, for now. And just a nickname. Just something simple. And then we do unordered list nicknames. Of course, I got to make this part of our state, or things will go horribly wrong. Why did it not indent correctly? I don't know. These are the nicknames of the user's currently in the chat room. So we won't see anything there yet. Not until I handle the getting the list back. And I'm not going to see anything at all right now unless I print something, right? So current users, viewers, listeners, cool people. No, we'll just say users currently in here. All right, now I need to do the CSS part. All right, now the horrible float stuff that we'll be replacing soon anyway. So don't do this at home. This is, hold on, float left width. I don't want this to be as wide. We'll make that 50 and we'll make the other one 75. There we go. So that's just something brutally simple for now. And what is it's not really giving me a lot of space there. Let me fix that. That's margin. It's like if you do margin like that. No, obviously that's wrong. I'll figure that out later. See that you can see how horrible I am at CSS right now. I just wanted a little bit of margin there and there, because I'm picky. Okay, let's handle the getting the list. It happens in two places. So when we first connect, we're gonna send a get nicknames, and we'll get back a list. Which was the, where is it? Connect. If I connect, I'll see it. Type nicknames. Nicknames. And it'll be in the nicknames thing. So this dot set state nicknames. I'm kind of inconsistent, aren't I? Sometimes I capitalize the second N and sometimes I don't. That's gonna end up biting me in the behind soon, I think. Okay, it's message dot nicknames capitalized. When we connect, it didn't crash. What's this warning though? Oh, expected a default case? Fine. Default. Block is redundant. Username versus usernames. Yeah. Yeah, I have a problem with username as well. Like, is that one word or two? If it's two, I'd capitalize the N. If it's not, yeah. That's like one of those words, another like nickname where I'm on the fence if it's one word or two. Okay, so it's JavaScript, what is that, lint or something, is telling me that I don't need a block here. Is that what it's telling me? I kind of want the break to be like the case, like indented the same way. No lone blocks. Fine. Is that gonna, if I tell this to auto format, will it mess it all up? Yeah, it does. Actually, I guess I'm not too worried. That doesn't look too bad. All right, anyway. Connect. I was playing with Redux a couple months ago, and I kind of want to bring that in because Redux would show me all the state changes. Right now, I don't get them. I don't get any state changes. Because what I wanted to confirm is this nicknames being set. I think it is, but it's not changing, so we can't see that. So that's one part of it. We don't see our own nickname because it doesn't come back as well, because we only get the initial list, right? And is it here? Dog barking again. Whenever anyone, like my kids, go in and out of the door, the doggo barks. What happened here? How come there are no frames? Oh, is it because this is yeah, okay, there was something there. There we go. So this is the current one. Yeah, when you set the nickname, you just get the result just back. But there's no join. Oh, is that a problem in our... I think that is a problem. Because I don't think I have a test for when the nickname changes. I have it when we set it twice, but when it changes, you kind of want everyone in the room to know that the nickname got changed. I need to think about how I want to do that later, so let's handle that later. Think about the right way to report a user in the room switching nicknames. Might need a special message for that. I have a join message. Where is it? It was not in that test. It was in join. Right, Bob sees a message about Alice joining, so it's this. We expect to see a join. But if you change your nickname, join is sort of the wrong kind of message. You maybe expect to see nickname change or something, and to get from old to the new, right? So I'm not sure about that. But let's handle the join right now. And then what I'll do is I'll have two windows up. Oh, actually, maybe the join is sent because it's sent when you set the nickname, right? Okay, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe this will just work if I just do case join, and then we need to leave too. I'm sure because yeah, when Alice leaves, wait a minute, Bob isn't told about the leave. Oh no, Bob does get a leave. Okay, so we need to handle both join and leave. This dot set state. Okay, so the message is just nickname, right? Nickname of the person who joined. So yeah, how do you... Okay, how do you take an array and check if it's already... I guess we just add it, right? We'll just add it, so it'll be... I think it's something like this, right? Dot, dot, dot. How do you... I need to look it up. I forget. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's JavaScript merge array dots. Something like that. Spread syntax? That sounds familiar. No, that's not quite right, is it? Maybe it's that. I think this is it. Yeah, so it's you form a new array, and you say dot 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 this dot state dot nicknames, and then you just add the new one. So message dot nickname. I think that's right. So connect. Eh? Connect isn't working. What happened? My web server stuck? It's stuck. Where is it stuck? I have a deadlock somewhere, I think. Okay, there's one thread is stuck there in add user. Oh, another, it's also, this one is stuck in sending a message that someone's leaving. I think it is a deadlock between two mutexes. One is the chat room is trying to lock a WebSocket. I think the other one's the WebSocket's trying to lock the room. Yeah. The same WebSocket. How am I gonna fix this one? Let me fix that later. I'm not in the mood to fix deadlocks right now. Fix deadlock in between chat room and WebSocket. I'll just cheat right now and restart the web server. And oh yeah, so I thought about this earlier. If that throws an exception, I'm not catching it. I'm gonna get a problem. Oh no, that's something different. That's not an exception. That's where I tried to send it and it's not yet connected. Restart. Anyway, connect, set. And then let me make another, how do you do this? Open a new window I want. How do you open it in a new window? I guess I have to right click on the Chrome thing and say new window. Here we go. So this will also connect. There we go. We see the message Bob. Where's my developer tools? React. So Bob's in the room. So if we say this is Alice, now Bob sees Alice. They don't see themselves though. I think actually that was on by design. Now if he disconnects, Alice goes away. But doesn't go away. Okay, we're getting the leave, but we're not updating the list. So let's do that. I had join, but I didn't do leave. Now this one I'm not sure how to do. I know how to do this now, but how do you like remove it? There's got to be a quick way. JavaScript find and remove from array. There we go. See, Google's always my friend. How do you remove a particular element? That's if it's in the index. Filter. Okay. Nicknames is this.state.nicknames .filter nickname nickname. Oh, how did that get double equaled? Not equal message dot nickname. Right? Okay. Oh, no semicolon. Okay, so connect, connect. Bob sets his nickname, shows up here. Alice 6 sets her nickname, shows up here. Then Alice disconnects. Cool. Connect again. I think what I want to do is if you connect and you already have your nickname set, it'll auto set the nickname. False alarm. Yeah, unconnected. I wonder if we'll see our own nickname if we call get nicknames. I don't remember. I don't remember what I decided to do. If like a user should see their own nickname in the list or no, I think they probably should. So Alice should see them herself in the list. Okay. This I can abbreviate, can't I? I can just say this. Then, oh, window popped up I didn't expect. Okay, then I can just make it send two things, right? Well, if this dot state dot current nickname is not equal, not equal to empty string, then let's it's not that, it's set nickname, right? Actually, isn't it? I'm not sure if this works. Let's see. Connect. Set. Okay, Bob shows up. Disconnect and connect. Okay, that did work. And Bob does see themselves, so we need to fix the... Okay, I think, yeah, that's right. On set nickname result, we kind of assume that it's also added, so this, right? And we don't get it from the message, though. It's nickname being set shows up in the nickname list. So connect Bob and disconnect. Okay, we need to clear the room when we disconnect. Disconnect. Close. Nicknames. I think we also want to clear the nickname being set. Or do we? Actually, I have this, it's accepted by the server, so we need to reset that one. Yeah, I think I know what I want to do. So on disconnect, we reset the current nickname, but when we connect, we'll say if nickname to set, being set is not, then we set it. Or maybe we just use new nickname. So then I can say Bob and then immediately hit connect. Yeah, that's better. And then if we disconnect, it goes back to empty, right? So Alice is lurking until we do set. And then Bob goes away. You see, it's always in the order of whoever's been there the longest, which I kind of like, actually. If Alice leaves and comes back, they're last. And does reset work? Yep. If I disconnect and reset. Is that what we expect, actually? Disconnect clears current nickname. Maybe we should also clear nickname being set. Or maybe reset should change current nickname to nickname being set. I mean, a new nickname to nickname being set. Yeah, let's do that. It's no longer nickname being set anymore, really. It's nickname to set. Is there a way to tell it to... Oh yeah, that's right. It works like Control-Shift-L, right? And then nickname to set. And... yeah, I want reset. Where is it? On reset nickname to do it that. That's what I want. Okay. So Bob connect. Alice connect. And then that reset. Disconnect. Then reset doesn't. So you don't lose your nickname if you hit reset. Reset only undoes a change to this box. Connect. What happens if I'm typing here and I hit connect? So it's kind of like connect is a set if you change the nickname. Ooh. Changing the nickname did what? It caused another join? It should have caused a leave and then a join, shouldn't it? That's a bug in the chat room. Let me record these bugs first and we'll get to it later. So, fix bug in chat room. Changing your nickname results in a join of the new nickname, but no leave of the old one. Perhaps fold together into nickname changed instead. Bug. What is that? Ant, caterpillar, ant, caterpillar, ant, ant. Yes. Okay. So, now that I'll get to that bug later. We've done these two. To be able to type in a tell and send it to the chat room, I guess we'll do that next. Well, actually, we need to do these together. We need to be able to type in something and send it, and then add tells to the log. Let's check in what have we done so far, though. All right, so we basically added the nickname list. Okay, chatty, add list of people in the chat room. Okay. So we're gonna add a largish box and a send button. How do I want the layout to this? Maybe all in this column for now. And this will span the whole. So this will be in the left. This app main left, under nickname. A largish input, so class name app. What to call it? Tell box? tel input. This dot state dot new tel on change equals this dot change new tel, and then a button next to it. This dot on send tel. Send. So I need to make it bigger, so okay. Don't know how to do this because I'm new. Let me look it up. HTML make input box bigger. See, someone's already asked everything I need to know. Oh, okay, yeah. Should have known. It's just setting the width and height and stuff. So, width 100%. Actually, we want to combine that. Let's combine. Let's make that the div 100% width. Tel like that. And I guess if I make, what happens if I make them both 100%? Okay, is this where I need to do that flex thing? Maybe it's time for me to just look it up and be done with it. CSS flex box. Tricks, huh? So the container is display flex. The children okay, flex scroll 1. So the input is flex scroll 1. Does that work? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Look at that. I got flex to work in like 30 seconds. So now if I make this bigger, that tel box is as big as it needs to be. Awesome. Maybe I should just go back and do what Not Saying was saying and do the other box with flex as well. So that would be the left is not float. Okay, the container is what? App main, right? So app main is display flex. And then left, instead of float, it's flex grow 3, and then the other one's 1, right? Ooh, that's not what I wanted. It's all messed up now. Abort, abort. Figure that out later. That was weird. Okay, anyway, I want to make that taller too. So height 3M maybe? Don't want the whole thing bigger. Oh, and this is what? 2-dimensional, so apptel. I don't want that button to be so big. Actually, let's just not worry about the height for now. We'll deal with that later. I'm pretty sure it's growing in both horizontal and vertical, which is why it made the send bigger. Okay, anyway, we have to make this new tell and change new tell. This is the text the user will send as a tell if they click the send button. On send tell needs to be one of these guys. This dot socket dot send JSON stringify message, and message is this type tell, and then what was the other arguments? Looking at my unit tests for tell. That's a set nickname. Where's the tell? Say something. Oh, it's just tell. Okay. Tell this dot state dot new tell, and we will state dot set state. New tell is empty, right? Okay. So if I connect, oh, I have that web server hang again. Restart web server. Just cheating for now. I know about that bug. I'll fix that in a bit. Bob. Let's look at the chat. Okay. Let me say, hey. Oh, I can't even type in there. There's an error. What is the error? Oh, that's from before. Okay. I can't type in there, probably because I did this wrong, right? Oh, because I don't have this on change new tell. That's probably why. Change nickname, change tell. New tell is event target value. There we go. So Bob, connect as Bob. Send hey guys. And don't need the console. Look at our chat and send. And there we go. Send. Okay, so we sent the tell, hey guys, and then we got back a sender Bob tell, hey guys, type tell. So that we're going to use this one for when we actually are showing the chat in the room. And if we connect as Alice, we should see the same thing. Actually, we'll connect as a lurker here. We should see the same kind of tells. Hello? So we see the hello. Bob doesn't see this lurker because there's no nickname set. Oh, that's a bug. A lurker should not have a leave. That's a bug. We should not know that lurkers left. Fix bug in chat room. Lurkers who leave should not trigger a leave message to the room's users. Okay. Anyways, I think we're done with being able to send the tell. Now we need the chat log. I'm going to keep it simple for this stream and do something better next time, but like what we're doing now with the nickname list, where we're just making an unordered list. I think I'll just do that for the messages in the room. Later we'll want to do something more sophisticated. Like last time I was thinking about using React Virtualized for that. But I need to read up a little bit more about that. Or do I? Maybe I could just jump in and do it on stream. Let's start with something functional. So it'll be tells, I guess. State tells dot map tell key equals tell dot let's just have them have IDs for now. So we'll say tell dot sender tell dot, is it just tell? Yeah. Tell dot tell. Fix that. Right, it's never read. It's trying to be helpful. So it'll be, I suppose we want it to be between the nickname setting and the actual list there. So somewhere like here. Class name equals app tells. Unordered list of tells. Make a class for that. Border. I want like a nice border. So 1 pixel black or something. Width 100%. Height, I don't know, 10em or something for now. Okay, we need to define it. This holds the sequence of tells received from the room. Where's my, do I have to say solid? Right? There we go. There's my box. So the tells are going to show up in there. Yeah, so this is going to be super simple and dorky to start with, because if we exceed the number of tells, it's going to just, actually, I'm not sure what it's going to do. Let's see what it does. So we just need to catch that message, right? When I connect as Bob and I send something, there's this type tell message. Tell. This dot set state, and it's tells dot 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 this dot state dot tells, and then add a new one, tell, and then const tell equals what did I use uppercase or lowercase? It was up here, right? Lowercase. Sender message dot uppercase sender. Tell is message dot uppercase tell. All right, Bob, connect Bob. Say, hey guys. Hey, look at that. I made it a bulleted list though. And let's get rid of the margin. Margin, or not get rid of it, but make it a lot smaller. No, it's not there. It's the list this thing in here. Where is it? This unordered list. Wait, okay, I guess because it's an unordered list, it's gonna put that huge. What is that? Let's see. It's padding. Okay, I don't want the padding so big right now. So let's just hack it. Padding left 10 pixels or 0 pixels. What happens if I do that? Okay. Now how do I get rid of that silly bullet? Maybe I can't because it's an unordered list. I'll just live with it for now because this unordered list isn't gonna be around much longer. Oh, where do I not have a key? For each tell? Oh, I didn't have an ID. Yeah, we should have an ID. So let's say next tell ID is 1. This is the next ID key to assign for the next tell receipt. And let's move back to React here and highlight the app. Okay, don't need console. So when we receive a tell, we need to set the ID here. This.state.next tell ID, and then we're going to set next tell ID to this state next tell ID plus 1. So connect as Bob, say hello. Next tell ID is 2, and this one is 1. So yo dog. Heard you like tells, so I put tells in your tells so you can chat while you chat. Anyway, each one of these gets a now unique key, which is cool because React doesn't won't have to update the DOM for every single tell. So what happens? I'm curious now. What happens if I run out of? Oh, I should probably play around with having the other guy, Alice, other gal, Alice, join in. Hello. Hi. Overflow this. Yep. Look at that. So our chat room has some minor inconveniences, like we have no scrolling or no overflow handling. I think I'm going to bring in React Virtualized to handle that. And then at the same time, we'll be able to get rid of these little artifacts of having it being an unordered list. But let me check this in right the way it is. Okay, this one's an important one. Really, so Visual Studio Code is using line. Okay, let me just fix that. CRLF, please. Thank you. And same thing for the CSS. Okay. Chatty, add ability to send and receive tells. All right. How far are we on the list now? Oh, we're done. So maybe it is a good opportunity to go back and try to use this React Virtualized for the chat log. So That's a cool thing I used a couple months ago for this kind of thing. Documentation. No, that's Webpack documentation. Here we go. So the idea is we'll have a combination of a list and a, was it Windows scroller, I think? Is that the right one? Right. Oh, what is Windows scroll positions? That's not what I want, actually. Maybe it's auto sizer. No? It's one of these. Maybe one of the examples talks about how to use it. Oh, maybe it all automatically has scrolling. And maybe I just make a list. So anyway, they talk about how you use this thing. Back at the top level, right? You just install it with npm install react-virtualize. So let's do that. So I'm going to terminate the app, the Node.js, so I can run npm install react virtualized. I don't think you need the -s save anymore because that's like default now, if I remember right. Eek. Skipping optional dependencies. This is some probably optional thing as well. All right. So is there any differences? Okay, there is. So we just added React virtualized. Okay, I should fix that package.json while I'm at it. Not the config. Where is it? Package.json to be carriage return line feed, please. Okay, thanks, bye. And the same thing with the lock file. Yeah. So I won't get these irritating warnings from Git GUI. So add React virtualized library to chatty. Okay. So then let's start it up again. Refresh. Okay. Actually, I wonder what happens if we connect and we, as a lurker, try to send something. Oh, that's a bug. Lurkers shouldn't be able to send anything. They just lurk, right? So let me note that down. Chatroom. Lurkers should not be able to send tells that show up as coming from user that disallow. Either disallow or maybe just gray it out so that they can't even press send until they join, or I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try to remove our unordered list of tells here and replace it with one of those lists. So yeah, list. Let's see what their example shows up as. Examples. Here we go. So we're going to import list from React Virtualized, first thing. import list from React virtualized. Do we need React DOM here? No, I think they just use that from the index. Okay. So our tells, that's our old tells. Our new tells is what? Where is this? It's just a list. Do I need to set the width? Let's see what happens if I don't. So we just set row count, right? Equals this dot state dot tells dot length. Row renderer equals, I guess we need to give it a function. Tell renderer. Render tell? Okay, let's see what happens if I do that. What is this though? Oh, no commas, because it's JSX. We just need a, okay, probably this dot render tell, right? And that's supposed to be a function, which takes a key index is scrolling is visible style. Huh, okay. Oh, no, that's the thing, so it's tell. So we're going to return the internal thing here. So does it really want us to put the key in a div? I guess so. Div key equals tell.id, and then this goes inside the div. All right. Let's see what that did. So connect Bob. Hello? It didn't do anything. What happened? Oh, we had errors. We got errors. What are the errors? Okay, yeah. So there are some required things in here. Probably don't need that anymore. Right, so it wants width. What do we set it to though? Hmm. Oh, they marked it if it's required or not. Bark, bark, doggo, bark. Okay. Either a fixed row height. Fixed row height or a function that returns the height of a row given its index. I wish I could just tell it to auto size it, but I don't know. 10, 20 pixels? Is it just 20? Okay, we go row count height row render height. I don't know. What do we set here? Oh, how many rows are rendered? I don't know. 10. And then width. What does it want? What's width? Width of the list. I don't know. 200. Just make it happy. Connect as Bob. Write something. Whoa, what happened there? What is that? Oh, it's just too small. I guess it's in pixels? Ah. Okay, it's just probably not wide enough, right? Okay, it's not getting the tell out. Not understanding how to row renderer works, I guess. Maybe it's that it's this, so do I have to say function? No, because it is, yeah. Never mind. So do I just do render tell? Okay, now I need that. This is where my weakness in JavaScript comes up, because I'm like, okay, I want to do it inside of a component. Do I do this dot render tell, and then does it get a tell? Because it wasn't quite working, right? It's getting null for everything in the tell. Even though, oh, wait a minute. I think it, no. Yeah, because I didn't give it the content. That's why. How do we give it the content? Is there a way to, I guess I just, unique key. It just gives you that? Let's see. There are named arguments. Okay, so it's like this. I guess that's all we need, right? So it's const tell equals this dot tells index. Bob, let's see what happens. Cat. Eh? It's screwed up. Connect. Did I not type something in here right? Set. Just getting myself confused. No, it's the send that's... No, this is something else. Tells is undefined. Oh, it's state, right? Bob. Connect. Send something. I think it has to be one of these. There we go.
He went home and showered and he can come back.
Need to make this to be the default button, actually. So you can see it's sort of messed up. Oh, look at that. Kind of behaves funny. Wait a minute, there's still an unordered list? Ooh. I left that in there? Didn't mean to do that. This should just be tells. Okay. What I really wanted to be able to do is to set the width and height of that to match the parent div. It behaves funny sometimes. Alright, let's see if they describe how to do that here. Nope. Width inherit. Thing is, it wants a number. I remember running into this a couple months ago when I tried to use this last time, and there was some kind of trick to fill in the number based off of some calculation, like you calculate it somehow. Let me look this up. So React virtualized. This set to fill with fill parent. You can get the parent DOM element. Yeah, that's true, right? There was, I think this was what I ran into before. Yeah, an auto sizer. Yeah, they talk about putting it into an auto sizer. I think that was what they suggested the last time I tried this. There it is. So they want auto sizer is documented here too, right? Auto sizer. Actually, here's what I saw before. There's some problem about using it in Flexbox containers, but I don't think I'm going to run into that quite yet. Audio. It's funny. I start typing audio because that's what I do at work, audio coding. So fingers just type audio, and as soon as I hit AU, I'm typing a D. Auto. Oh, see, I did it again. Auto sizer. Auto size that list, baby. Height, width. Sort of a weird syntax, actually. And then height is height and width is width. Let's see if that worked. So I think this auto sizer does what you basically said. It gets the parent, well, in other words, it's actually reaching into or taking its width and height and setting it to be the width and height of its child. So it's kind of like what you said, but flipped around, the way I understand it. Okay, there's still something. I think that's the row width that's not quite right. There's something wrong with this row height, I think. Look at that. It kind of behaves strangely. Hmm. Wonder if that's because the parent in the CSS it's too small. Let's set it to 400. Eh. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Is it? I have to say 400 pixels. Is that why? Yeah, okay. That's a little bit too big for me right now. I guess I don't need that border anymore either. Because it kind of gets a bluish border when you click on it. It's still kind of messing up, though, isn't it? What if I set that to 30? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. There's still some weirdness going on. I wonder if this control is just kind of buggy. Hmm. See, they still show in this one. No, they don't. Never mind. I'm wondering how do you set the row height. I don't want to have to hard code that number. React virtualized list row height auto. Compute row height. Ugh. Really? I don't like that at all. Hmm. What happens if I set this to like 12? Maybe I'm just setting it to something too small. 50. Oh, I know what I did before. I hit set without connecting, so that's a bug. Actually, it's not in the chat room, is it? It's in our JavaScript. This should only if it's connected, right? So if this dot socket. Good enough for now. Still weird. Still weirding out on me. It has to do with this warning, maybe? Hmm. Don't know what that means. Some library. It's just weirding out. Not sure what to do here, folks. Like, what's it doing there? Oh, okay. So each one is 21 pixels, but that's cutting it at 40, and there's some kind of div margin. Maybe that's my problem. I shouldn't be using a div, maybe? Where is that? It's got a 10 pixel margin. Where is that coming from? App main. So maybe it's my own fault. Yeah, I think it is my own fault. So it's putting it in the inner divs, but I wanted it only to apply to the app main, right? Let's see what happens if I get rid of this. Okay. It's really the direct descendants of app main left. Is that how you do it? Yeah, okay. So maybe that fixes the problems I was seeing. Not quite, because the heights aren't quite right. It still jumps around. Okay, so I know it's one off. What if I just, since I know right now it's 21, is it going to draw correctly if I manage to get the correct number? Yes, except for near the end, it kind of wigs out. Actually, it's kind of jerky all the time. Wonder why. Yeah, what is that? What's it doing that for? I don't even know if you guys can see it because it's flashing so fast. Okay. I'm going to look this up because it's bugging me. Scroll janky. Problems with scrolling. Downgrading to 9.9 fixes the problem. It's because you pass a style and key props to your div. Row height should be set via component props. If you made it an uneditable text area instead of a div, I could try, but I'm wondering if it's the same thing that these guys are saying. Uneditable text area. Let's see, how do I do that? HTML uneditable text area. Text area read only. Let's see. So instead of this, it's text area read only key equals nickname. Nickname. What? Okay. Let's see. What happens? Bob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, see, it's still, there's some jankiness still going on. Hold on, why does it still say it's a div? Oh, I did the wrong, I did the wrong thing. Stupid, aren't I? It should have been up here. Feels bad, man. Did the wrong thing. So that's tell ID. It's this text. Comment that out. And this one we'll just put back to that for now. Failed to compile. There we go. Connect. One. Whoa. Text area can only have at most one child. Okay. What did I do? What's wrong with that? Why does it think text area has a child? Just add text instead of another element. So like this. Like a span, maybe? Yeah, I think it has to be something that has, what do you call it when the flow is vertical? List elements. These are the list elements though, right? This is called for every row of the list. Yeah, see, I was using div because they do it in their example. But I'm wondering if it's something I'm doing it talks about here. Necessary to pass style and key? Okay, maybe, do I need to do that? there's also a key being sent, so yeah, but how are the keys set? Oh, maybe it's setting the keys for me. Let's see. Let's see what keys it ends up setting when I do that. React, and then pick one. Ah, see, there is a style thing. So it's injecting a style thing. But what's its key? Oh, okay. So it's wanting to set the key as well. That was my problem. I was trying to use my own keys, and I wasn't allowing the style to get set. So it's just a peculiarity of this control, I guess. It wants to be setting both the style and the key, and I wasn't letting it. There we go. Smooth. You can actually see in the DOM there, it's only putting the ones that are actually visible. Or almost visible, I suppose. Which is what I want. The whole reason that I found this component and wanted to add it is because if the chat log gets really long, the DOM will get really long. But using this virtualized thing, it's supposed to only put what's visible into the DOM. Kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see the key there updating as I scroll. I can't make that window. Oh, I can make that window bigger. I'm gonna run out of space though. So now you maybe see it better. That key kind of increments as I scroll down. Although it pops back up to 0 if I'm scrolling up. I'm not sure why. And let me make it a little taller. Yeah, it's like when I start to scroll up, it kind of thinks it needs to go back to the top. But as I scroll down, yeah, it's probably some kind of logic that they build into the tool. Okay, one thing I need to make sure I figure out is how to make it auto scroll to the bottom, because it's not doing that. How are we going to do that? Let's reduce the size of this back. How do I... Oh, I guess by eye I'll make it small. Like, how do you by eye make it reset the zoom? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's here. I don't know. Maybe I need the DevTools extension. I would think that there's a keyboard shortcut to like reset the zoom level here. Oh, see, I'm zooming by control and mouse wheel, but how do you reset it to 100%? I don't remember. I will leave it at that. Okay. So we're getting there. Yeah, I want the auto scroll. So let's see. Then maybe they have something in there for that. It's not auto sizer. It's back to the list thing again, right? Control 0 resets. Oh, thank you very much. Let me put that in my notes. I'll just put it here for now. Find a home for this bit of knowledge. Control 0 resets zoom level in Chrome. Does that work for the whole window? No, it's just in the dev thing. So is it something else in the main window here? Why aren't they? Oh, no, it is. I just had to put the keyboard focus in there. Okay, never mind. Thank you for that. And oh, it's right next to plus minus. Oh, I see that. Reset. Cool. But it doesn't. There's none down here for some reason. Give it the focus and then Control 0. Awesome. All right. That I don't need in the foreground. Okay. I eventually need to do something better with that. Like they were talking about calculating it somehow, or like you were saying, get it from the DOM. Let me make a note to that. Figure out later how to be more clever in coming up with row height for list rect virtualized rows. Okay, auto scroll is what I'm looking for. Scroll. What do they talk about scroll? On scroll. Scroll to index and scroll to top. Maybe I want this. Do that when a tel is added if we're already at the bottom, maybe? I guess we can just. Oh. Stop searching. Okay, let's just try adding it whenever a tel comes in. That would be down here, right? No, up here. Let's keep them in alphabetical order. RS. Scroll. React has refs allowing you to tag an element. When accessing it later, you get the DOM element. Yeah, that's so maybe that's what I need to do is tag one of those rows and then later change this row height to be the actual height of that row. Scroll to index. This dot state dot tells dot length. Let's see if that works. That'll force it to always be stuck at the bottom. I should make this kind of not so tall so I don't have to keep entering stuff. Not working. Not working. That didn't work. Okay, that didn't work at all. Is that because I don't have indices set for these guys? Probably. Maybe. They don't mention it anywhere else. Oh, recompute row heights. Maybe I could use that. That's a public method, so... Maybe that's how I do it. So instead of that, it's... Well, how do I get it, though? How do I call a public method of a component when it's in JSX? I don't know if I don't know how to do that. Well, I'm sure someone else has run into this problem. Scroll to index. Scroll to, there we go. Scroll to index doesn't scroll the list. The props haven't changed. Pass through props. Okay, I don't understand this though. Because the prop will have changed. The scroll to index is going to be different every time. Scroll to row. Oh, that's a method. Okay. Forget that. Let's find it somewhere else. Alternative. Scroll to auto scroll. So I'm sure someone else wanted to do the same thing. Scroll to bottom row. Here we go. Oh, see, they're doing something similar about that row height thing. They have a cache, and they use a cell measurer. Let me capture this to consider for this thing. How about this? Alright. That's not the real problem I was here to look. Okay, no, I hate it when there's no answers to Stack Overflow questions. Hmm. Wait a minute, what? With the prop? So maybe that's all I need to do? Still not working. I wonder if it's that -1. See, it's not working. I'll probably just need to play around with this off stream until I figure it out. Yeah. I'm close to giving up on this for now. The frustrating thing is I have something at work that does this, but I'm not allowed to take stuff I've done at work and use it outside of work. Otherwise, I just cheat and like look up what I found out at work a couple months ago. I have to kind of repeat everything, like unless I have it in my head that what I did, I have to look it up again, and I can't for the life of me remember what I did. So scroll to bottom. Maybe this is it. This line 3 scrolling to 2. Scroll to alignment. There's something called scroll to alignment. Scroll to alignment. Ooh. Oh. That's just with that, yeah, that's just a little fudge factor thing. List, scroll to bottom. Oh, here we go. This is what I want. Huh. I'm giving it an index. Scroll to index. Is it that I had this and it needs to be -1? Is that close all along? It's off, just an off by 1 error. Oh, look at that. It was that all along. I was just off by 1. The only problem is when I scroll up and I add another one, just gonna scroll to the bottom. What I want to do is kind of like have two modes where if you scroll and you're off, then it will like unlock. And then when you go back to the bottom, maybe it would relock. Well, I'll add that. I'll put that down as something to play around with off stream and figure out. So figure out or play off stream how to lock and unlock auto scroll of chat tells list. Pretty obscure, I think. Okay, well, actually in pretty good shape, so came up with a bunch of bugs and stuff. I might just spend my next stream doing bug fixes. And there's deadlock that I really need to fix, which affects locks up the web server, which is pretty bad. Yeah, okay. I'm actually thinking of wrapping up the stream because this is kind of a nice stopping point and feeling a little bit tired, so I think what I'll do is I will do a recap of what I did and kind of chat about what I'll do next time. So, right before the stream, I don't think I mentioned this at the top, but I found some race conditions in the WebSocket and the web server code that I went and fixed. I think actually though that fixed caused this new deadlock to happen. So it means I need to kind of revisit what I did there, and probably I have two mutexes and they're just being locked in the wrong order sometimes. Or locking a mutex in a callback, which is not a good idea. Anyway, I fixed those, which made our web server pretty stable, except for an occasional deadlock. And I was able to focus mostly on the web app. And you guys got to see me kind of struggle with making this primitive little React app, which can connect and disconnect to our chat room. Tells us who's in the chat room and lets us, send something. I don't have any emotes or anything, but at least it'll say who is sending the chat, so I can have a second window here with Alice and connect, and I can say, hey there, and you see it appear there. Pretty cool, huh? So what I'll work on next time, there's a bunch of bugs and things to look at things to figure out off stream. So I'll look into some of the stuff to figure out how to do a little bit better off stream. And the next stream I'll probably spend fixing some of these bugs. And my goal, I should put this in the short-term goals, is I kind of want this chat room that we're playing with to be available to anyone who views my channel, so that it's not just me chatting with myself here, but like have people just join in. One problem is though, I have to be careful because if someone types in something naughty here, there's not much I can do right now to block that. So what I might do is when I make it public, I'll, instead of letting you type whatever you want, I'll just have it where you can pick from a list of cool things you can say, and maybe even for nickname, it'll just be a list you can pick from, so I can kind of control it to not get in trouble. And those changes, and then I need to figure out how to put this up somewhere public that my viewers can get to that doesn't cost me too much. So I'm still looking into like cloud-based stuff for private virtual private servers, that kind of thing. But that'll be sort of the short to medium term goal, is to get this chat room stuff something where the viewers can interact with it. And on my roadmap, I also have kind of coming up, right, add some more fun features. That's what we were talking about. I kind of want to get into handling secure connections and look into doing some protection against attacks, especially if I'm going to be putting this up somewhere public. But once this chat room thing is mostly just to play around with the WebSocket stuff and have the web server do something dynamic, but it's not going to be the only thing I'm focusing on. I kind of want to get over to some more fun things like making Twitch bots out of the web stuff that I'm doing, and do some more website stuff. Like it'd be cool to make a blog system, kind of like WordPress, right? But maybe a lot simpler to begin with, because I want to kind of build, if I can, my own website based off of my own stuff. So that'll be about wrapping up for now. I'm getting kind of tired. Next time we'll be fixing bugs in both the web app in React and in the C++ server side. So I hope you'll join me then. My schedule's probably going to change. I may or may not stream tonight, but I'm going to be shifting more to a day schedule instead of a night schedule. So look for my schedule to change later today, I think. TwitchBot would be cool if there could be people interested in that. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of other Twitch streamers doing Twitch bots. So like in Rust and a couple other things. There was someone yesterday working on one. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. So let's see. Who can I leave you guys with something entertaining to move on to? Not many people are live right now for some reason. I guess it's because it's the weekend. Well, I don't know if you've heard of this guy, but I think it's fascinating. He's hitchhiking around America and documenting the whole thing, and he's almost done. He's actually got only like 3 or 4 states left to go. So we'll go host him. His name is Hitch Live, and I guess I'll catch you guys later. So bring us over to Hitch Live right now. See ya.